You first learn to walk, then you run. Today, in this video, we are gonna see why should pros get to move camera and not every video shooter. So, let's get started.
Chucky got the sauce, bitch.
Sure, you can do good camera movements, but are those intentional or have you thought about it? These days, it's very easy to get any sort of stabilizer and get good moving shots. But do they convey any meaning or add to your story? Think about it. For example, there is a shot of a desert and a car is passing through it. So, when our shot is still, the car is moving through our shot, so it will grab our attention. Whereas, if the shot was moving and the car is also moving, so we might struggle a bit to find what to give our attention. Now, you can move camera, but that doesn't mean you should move it in every frame, every shot of your film or your project. You should think about its meaning or how is it adding to your story. Think of your camera as a stills camera and make that tripod your best friend. Now do this. Point your camera, hit record, hit stop, and then repeat for the next shot. Do this and practice. 6 shot is a good way to practice for this. I have talked about it in my previous videos. So what this will do is this will enable you to think about more important aspects of filming, which are lighting, composition, and intent. Now, every frame of your video will be more impactful as they are now well composed and properly lit too, because now you got time to think about them. And not unnecessary camera movements will distract your viewer. You will have a good video with good shots, well composed and well lit. I am repeating myself because I want you to pay attention to this because it's really important. Now, when your camera will move, it will grab maximum attention of the viewer because it's now something different. Not all your shots are moving, but the ones which move will grab the most attention. This will make you a better shooter. If you think about professional videos, you'll notice that even they are shooting most of their frames on still cameras, dead still cameras. Let's see if we take a popular YouTuber like Matt Diawala, who's a great YouTuber, you'll see that most of his shots are still frames shot on tripod. But when the camera moves, it will grab your maximum attention. So let's see our first film today, which is Door. It's a love story of two longtime friends. Now it has two characters, a boy and a girl. The boy is very mature, calm and composed. He knows his stuff. So I shot him with dead still camera, no movements at all, which shows that he is very mature, he knows his stuff, he is really intelligent. Now on the other hand, the girl is confused, she don't know what's going on. So when I shot her, I have shot it with a little camera movement. The camera is moving very slowly, a little bit. So that shows that she is confused and don't know what's going on. She has some doubts about the concept of marriage. So that's why the camera is little moving. So you see how I used camera movements to add to my story. Now let's see the second film, which is Nocturne. It's a story of a boy who has fear of shadows. Now I have shot all of it on dead still camera on a tripod. I have not moved it at all. Now when the movie gets to its final stages, when the boy faces his fear and is really scared, so I have shot it handheld with so many camera movement. The camera is moving, it's jerking, it's shaking at all. So that implements the sense of fear and rush. You see how I have used different types of camera movements to add to my story. I have not shot it all random without thinking about them. This will make my cinematography more impactful and meaningful, and it will help me to add to my story and will make me a better shooter. Are you a pro? I don't consider myself a professional. Filmmaking is such deep art that knowing camera settings or just knowing that how to use some gear doesn't make you a professional. I might consider myself a skilled amateur. Now, let's take your favorite film. Just take your favorite film and just pause it randomly. Just close your eyes and just pause it randomly. Now, see the framing of that shot. Do you like it? On the other hand, take your epic B-roll and pause it randomly and see it yourself. I'm not saying that it's all bad, it has its time and place. I do it myself too. But does that epic B-roll video, can you watch a 2-hour film of it? No. Or can you? Ask yourself these questions. Have you mastered compositions? Have you mastered lighting? Do you know how to perfectly expose a shot? These days I see so many people talking about cameras, new camera gear, but no one really talks about how to be a better storyteller or how to get better with what you have. The best way to do it is by practicing. Practice taking solid composed still shots with good compositions, good lighting. Practice makes man perfect. So just keep practicing. Then you can move to moving shots. Just as you first learn to walk, then you run. Sorry. So guys, I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and more than that, I hope that you have learned something from it. So let me know in the comments that if I have helped you in some way or the other. So keep practicing, keep improving, and I'll see you in the next one.